This summer, we decided to plant a pumpkin patch up by the stone wall that borders our property. But before we get into all the pumpkins that we grew or didn't grow, we want to show you what the stone wall looked like when we moved here a year ago. It was full of weeds and lots of poison ivy, and several of these redbud trees that someone had planted right on the wall and also right under the power lines, they needed to go. So when Donnie's parents were here, his dad pulled out all the redbud trees, and his mom spent hours and hours in the hot sun pulling out the daylilies and other flowers that were growing there, and we saved as many as we could. She's a really hard worker, and it's hard to get her to stop.
We just got a present.
This dump wagon was actually a gift from Donnie's dad to me, and we got lots of use out of it because we decided to excavate even farther down so we could see as much of the stone wall as possible. Here it is, completely excavated. I think we uncovered about 6 inches of wall, and it looks just gorgeous and ready for those pumpkins. We planted 2 to 3 seeds in mounds about 6 feet apart, and they came up beautifully. We also put sunflowers along the wall.
And we're just hoping we get a few pumpkins. Honestly, I've never grown a pumpkin, but I'm gonna be spreading some compost. That's my helper right there. So our city offers compost for free if you want to go take buckets and dig it out of this big pile. And then if you want them to get the machine to put the whole truckload in your truck, it costs $5.
In hindsight, it probably would have been better to do the compost layer before we planted the pumpkins, but we didn't actually plan on this pumpkin patch at all. We were just kind of flying by the seat of our pants.
We're exhausted, but look at that black dirt and those beautiful green vines. The sunflowers growing along the wall. This is gonna be so cool. My neighbor came over. She wanted to see what we were up to. Here's the other side. It hasn't started growing yet. She's so excited about the pumpkin. She thinks we could sell the rest of them that we don't use.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's still lots to do before we can open a pumpkin stand. So come back next time and I'll show you what you can do with your pumpkin vines before you have any pumpkins. See you then.